Alright, we're going to be installing the hood latches today. It's Saturday morning, kind of getting a little bit of a late start. But these are the ones that we're going to install, and if you're interested in these, it's Quik-latch.com. I'll put the link down in the bottom because I know some of you be interested in these. They started making these a few years ago, I think, and they had some that were maybe like 2.5 inches in diameter, and they were like $400. And there's just no way I'm going to spend $400 for hood pins. But they recently came out with these miniature versions that are strong enough to be used for hood pins, and so they're really pretty nice. They make a nice, neat, clean installation. Basically, this is the only part that sits up on top of the hood, and from underneath, the pin just locks in place, and then you get a button there to release it. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're gonna mount the pins just inside this, and we're going to build a 90-degree bracket that we're going to, since we've already got this painted, we're just going to bolt it, and the bracket's going to be on the inside of the core support lip here just to give it some additional strength. And we'll bolt it from underneath here, and then of course this will bolt through the bracket and through the core support and tie it all in. And up under the roof, we're going to mount this first and see where it locates, but roughly it's going to locate somewhere about right in there where to get a line drawn there. So we'll come back and show you our progress, and we're first going to pull the hood off the car and get the gap back there. There's a little bit more grinding that we need to do back there along this edge. We've got a tape line showing that to fix this little funky spot, and then we're going to get the hood fitted back up and get it fitting perfectly one last time, because that's, once you put the pins in, you're pretty much locked into that. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll come back a little bit later on and show you our progress. Thanks, guys. All right, Matt's still blocking out the primer, and he started on the rockers today. And these things were really beat up. We didn't have a big enough slide hammer to get these dents out as good as we could. We got them out pretty good, but they're a little bit low, and there's a little bit of waviness down there. So he's just doing a little glaze, and so he's got the other one blocked out now, and he's going to do a little bit of glaze for the other side, and he's mixing up a little bit of glaze here. Looks like he's got quite a bit of hardener in there. So a little bit of the U-Pole liquid gold stuff's really nice, really creamy, but thick enough, where it holds on a vertical panel. So the other rocker on the other side turned out really good. One little spot that needs a little bit of glaze down there, and he's got it marked off with some tape. So he just mixed up a little small batch, and we'll see how he does with the pressure on with the camera. Can he get it in one swipe? Ooh. Come right up back across the center of it with this flat part of right across the center of the swash, and let that go in thick right in the center. Just leave it sitting there. There you go. Looks good, pretty good there, bud. Alright, well, we're making progress on the hood pins. Got a little bracket made with not an exact 90 bend on it because the contour of the core support. So it's bolting in down here underneath, and then the pin actually bolts through the bracket as well, and you can see that hole is lining up good. So we'll bolt that one in, got this one in, and then we'll figure out where to cut our holes, the specific location where the holes are going to be cut, and we'll go ahead and cut those and mount the top part. Alright, well, Matt's continuing to block. We've got it looking pretty good. Everything seems to be blocking out okay. A couple little spots here and there. And you guessed it, we are still sanding. Alright, we'll come back and show you more as we make progress. Alright, well, we got our hood pins installed, and as you can see, they make a nice clean look. Pretty small, inconspicuous. Not crazy about where the mounting location ended up being, but you know, that's pretty much where they had to go. So Matt, you want to give us a demonstration there?
Yep.
So they pretty much fitting against the bumpers and just barely latch into the pins. So, and open it up. Alright, so that's one project done today, and Matt's continuing the block sanding, and now I'm going to jump on the block sanding and help him with that now that he's helped me finish getting the hood pins done. So we'll show you more later on if we get anything worth showing. Oh yeah, several hours later and we are still sanding. It's gotten dark outside, and but it's raining, but a little bit tolerable, a little bit on the cool side. Still down there sanding. Matt's sanding the rockers, and I'm skimming fenders and working on some of the other little delicate places. So anyway, we got the hood pins done, and got more sanding done, and figured out where we need to sand a few more spots. See a little skim right there, and the deck lid, pretty much everything back here, the quarters, deck lid, all this is all blocked out in 180 and is in good shape. So just working on a few little small spots that we found, and that's about it. So we'll be back out here tomorrow doing more work and block sanding more. Hopefully get this thing ready for some primer. What was that, Matt?
So more sanding.
More sanding. Alright guys, that's a wrap for tonight.